At this time, we'd like to have all of our youth players please report behind the curtain, all youth players.
All right.
On a chilly day in Titletown, we welcome you inside the warm and cozy fieldhouse of De Pere High School. It's the De Pere Redbirds and the Bayport Pirates in another FRCC showdown here on this Friday night. Craig Vince with you. Glad to be joined by Mark Mino in just a little bit. It's our Bank One pregame show, and I'm pleased to be joined right now by assistant coach Jeff Kinziger. Jeff, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Craig. How are you doing?
Good to see you.
You too.
Talk about the game against Ashwaubenon on Tuesday night. This is your third game in 4 days, but the Ashwaubenon game had a ton of headlines. It was screened regionally and everything. You guys almost blew a late lead. How did you come out of that? And Ron Domovsky again playing hero ball against them.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. It was an electric game. I mean, the whole atmosphere, the crowd, the energy was just, probably the most people we played in front of in a non-tournament game, especially away from home. So it was a lot of fun. Anyways, back and forth, we finally got a little bit of a lead up, and unfortunately at the end things did not go our way. They made everything. We missed some free throws, put ourselves in a tough spot. But the kids are, they're pretty seasoned. They're veterans, and Roan made a big play when we needed.
Yeah, so. You guys have been on the road a lot lately, like I was kind of just mentioning. What have you liked most about the team? What have you seen from them that you can take moving forward as you kind of have some more home games here at the tail end of the year?
These guys really don't put a lot into home and away, to be honest with you. They've played so much basketball, a lot of these kids, and they've played more basketball away from the shim than they played at the shim over the years. So I don't think they get too worried about that. They just know that every game it's a new opponent. Nameless, faceless opponents, we call them. You got to treat them all with respect and bring it no matter where you're at.
Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, your third game in 4 days. Tuesday night against Ashwaubenon, last night obviously, and then tonight as well. What's your approach in getting these guys enough rest, but also managing their minutes so that they're getting sufficient minutes?
Yeah, it's actually really good for us in the sense that it gives us a real-life practice of what it's going to be like, in the tournament.
Sure.
Tournaments, you might get 1-2 days to turn around, and you got to go from one team to another, have a whole nother game plan. So, you can be tired not only physically but emotionally, and it teaches us to be better at that. So in practice, like after Tuesday, the guys that played a lot of minutes, they got limited reps on Wednesday. Other guys got more minutes on Wednesday in practice so that they were staying sharp. And it's kind of a balancing act, but Coach Winchester's been doing it so long, he's kind of got it down.
Sure. Bayport has been playing pretty well decently. They've had some tough losses, but perhaps maybe they're better than what their record is. How do you avoid maybe a quote-unquote trap game tonight?
Yeah, I don't think we're considering this as a potential trap in the sense that they'd have to be a team that is not very good to be a trap.
Sure.
I think they are a very good team. They're very deep. They beat Sheboygan North on Tuesday, which is Sheboygan North has got a really nice team, as we've seen a couple times this year. So I think the kids are approaching this just like they approached the Ashwaubenon on Tuesday. And, that's just, again, the whole, it doesn't matter who the opponent is, you got to bring it every night.
Yeah, so transitioning into the game tonight, Mondez Kelly, their best scorer. He scored 13, which is right around his average against you guys in the first meeting. What's your plan to stop him from having a big night?
He's big, he's strong, so we got to do our work really early on him to put him, not give him easy looks, not give him touches deep in the paint, because once he's down deep in the paint, he's really hard to contain. So we'll try to flush him out to the baseline as much as possible, and we might bring some different actions at him, different looks, maybe some digs, maybe some cross doubles, different things to kind of keep him off guard a little bit.
Sure. Your biggest key to winning tonight is what?
I know you asked me that question before, and for us, I think it's always on defense, it's just being ourselves, which is our basics, getting in a stance, jumping to the ball, and rebounding. And then offense, sharing the ball, making great shots together, and just staying connected, stay as one. That's always the recipe for us.
Yeah. So. That's usually my last question, but a bonus one. You got the Chiefs or Eagles on Super Bowl Sunday?
I got to go with the Eagles just because NFC, and Chiefs have just been there enough. I'm ready for a little bit different.
Yeah, I do. The majority of people.
I do, Greg. I got one shout out tonight. My uncle passed away earlier this week. I just want to shout out to him. I know he's watching from above. He's been a huge supporter of mine, huge supporter of our boys forever, and love him to death, and want to thank him for everything. So,
condolences to your family.
Thanks.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you. That was assistant coach Jeff Kinziger on our Bank One pregame Q&A. We'll have more on the Bank One pregame show. You're watching De Pere basketball. Welcome back to our Bank One pregame show. It's De Pere and Bayport coming up in just about 5 to 10 minutes here at De Pere High School. Time now for our Redbird alumni update. Jack Jorgensen down at UW Oshkosh in his junior season. Limited action this season. Played in a few games. He had a rebound against Edgewood College.
Athletic director interview today.
He played in 55 games so far this year, or in his career so far this year. He's got a career best from the three-point or beyond the arc and at the free throw line. He averages 14.5 points per game, which is almost double what he had last year. Moving on to Will Hornseth, freshman campaign at Northern Iowa, played in 24 games so far this year for the Panthers. Averages 5 points per game and 2.5 rebounds per game. He's shooting 69% overall, but he has just 2 3-point attempts. Hogan Dabowski, a sophomore year down at Lawrence University in Appleton, played in 39 games so far in his career. He's shooting 39.5% overall this year, which is 5% better than last year. His overall shooting percentage has also improved by 5%. Also in threes and at the free throw line, he averages just shy of 10 points per game. This week's WisSports.net Division I Coaches Poll, Wisconsin Lutheran stays at number 1. De Pere right behind them at number 2. Number 3 is Kel Moraine. They stay in the same spot. Kekona jumps up a couple spots from number 6 to number 4. Waunakee falls from 4 to 5. Appleton North makes a climb from 10 to 6. Eau Claire Memorial is ranked 7th. They were 5th last week. Fond du Lac was not ranked. They come in at the number 8 spot. Oak Creek remains at number 9, and Sun Prairie, also unranked last week, is number 10 this week. Looking at some results from earlier this week, we just talked with Jeff Kinziger earlier about De Pere playing Sheboygan South yesterday. De Pere won 87-34. Sheboygan North took care of Southwest pretty easily, 82-38, and Preble in non-conference action defeated O'Connell Falls on the road 66-57. A few days ago on Tuesday, it was that thriller between the Redbirds and the Ashwaubenon Jaguars. 70-68, De Pere pulling it out right at the end. Rodomovsky coming up clutch again for De Pere. Bayport took care of Sheboygan North, a big win for the Pirates heading into tonight's game, 78-72. Manitowoc destroyed Southwest, 77-17. Notre Dame Academy was victorious over Pulaski, 77-59. And Preble beat Sheboygan South 80-76. Action tonight in the FRCC. Ashwaubenon visits Pulaski. Southwest visits Preble. It's Preble's parent and senior night. And Notre Dame visits Manitowoc Lincoln. Of course, we have the game here at Bayport at De Pere. Tomorrow in FRCC action, it's the battle of the two Sheboygan teams. Sheboygan South visits Sheboygan North. And then on Monday, Seymour visits Notre Dame in non-conference action. That game was originally scheduled for January 30th. Moving on to the standings, De Pere still in first place, undefeated, 13-0 in the conference, 17-1 overall. Remember, they had that loss to Wisconsin Lutheran earlier this season. Notre Dame still in second place, 10-2. Right behind them is Sheboygan North and Ashwaubenon. Bayport right in the thick of it. They are in fifth place with a 7-6 conference record. They improved to 500 with a 9-9 overall record with that win earlier this week over Sheboygan North. Pulaski, Preble, Manitowoc Lincoln, Sheboygan South, and Southwest all round out the rest of the FRCC standing. Southwest still looking for their first conference win this year at 0-13. Some of the top scorers in the FRCC, Amari Allen, the Alabama commit from Ashwaubenon, averages 34 points a game. He has been incredible this season. In fact, he averages a double-double because he's also the conference's leading rebounder at 10.5 per game. Zach Kinziger, the second leading scorer in the conference, behind Allen at 24.5 points per game. Price Gregory comes in fifth in the conference at 17.5 points per game. We'll take a break and wrap up our Bank First pregame show right after this. You're watching Pere Basketball.
Then it's time for the best pizza in Wisconsin. Get Gallagher's Pizza dine-in, delivery, and all-you-can-eat lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations. And don't forget to feed the office with our corporate orders. Gallagher's Pizza, the best pizza in Wisconsin.
Luxury vinyl floors are waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof, so they can stand up to real-life conditions. You'll find the largest selection at Mako's. Do it yourself or trust our guaranteed installation. Mako's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
There's never been a better time to experience Pella in person and get all your questions answered. Join us at the NARI Spring Home Improvement Show, February 14th through the 16th at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Book your in-home consultation at the show and receive a complimentary DesignWorks consultation and Pella Care inspection. Rest easy with Pella's 10-year limited warranty and get 0% interest for up to 72 months. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Wrapping up our Bank First pregame show here as we're about set to tip off De Pere versus Bayport. Greg Vince with you, along with my broadcast partner, Mark Mino, as we bring in Mark. And Mark, we might have a pretty good game on our hands here. Bayport entering the game tonight just 9-9 overall, but maybe they're better than their record.
Yeah, I think they've kind of underplayed their expectations this year, right? 9-9 coming in. They certainly have some skilled players. They've got size, right? Maddox Cornett, 6'8". Mondes Kelly, 6'7", so they've got that really good inside presence. They've got some kids that can shoot it from the perimeter. They just haven't been really consistent defensively, which has absolutely killed them. They had a big win just a couple of days ago against Sheboygan North at home, so I'm expecting them to give De Pere their best shot like they always do every time that they play.
Quick key that you want to see De Pere stop Mondes Kelly.
Yeah, so I think anytime he gets the ball in the post, they're going to have to dig down. They got to double, make him kick, get rid of it, because they do have a size advantage from Bayport's perspective when they throw it in. So I think as soon as he gets the ball on the inside, they got to have some guard help, make him get rid of it, and make somebody else make a play.
Crowd rises to their feet as the band performs the De Pere fight song. And momentarily, we're going to send it downstairs to public address announcer Dan Van Stratton for the playing of our national anthem and the starting lineups.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Rod Kowalczyk Court on the campus of De Pere High School for tonight's WIAA Fox River Classic Conference basketball matchup featuring the Bayport Pirates and your De Pere Redbirds. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please stand if you are able? Remove your hats and put your hand over your heart. We ask that you remember those who have served and those who continue to serve, protecting the freedoms we enjoy today as we join the Redbird Pep Band and honor this great nation with the playing of our national anthem. Fans, please welcome our officials for tonight's game. Tim Hartke, Paul Natsky, and Don Van Derzen. And now, led by head coach Nate Rickle, please welcome the Pirates of Bayport High School. Let's meet tonight's starting lineup. A junior, number 0, Mikey Jones. A junior, number 5, Sawyer Durkee. A senior, number 12, Mondees Kelly. A senior, number 23, Caden Hendricks. And a senior, number 32, Maddox Cornett. Conference titles, 20 regional championships.
Starting lamps getting announced here at DePere High School. Greg Mintz and Mark Nino. Kale Coleman, the third member of our broadcast crew. We'll go to him in just a moment. But first, the starting lineups. And first, we will start with the visiting Bayport Pirates, entering tonight with a 99 overall record. They're 7-6 in the Fox River Classic Conference. Mikey Jones, Sawyer Durkee, Mondes Kelly, Caden Hendricks, and Maddox Cornett. The starting 5 under head coach Nate Rickle. He's assisted by Tom Apple and Paul Jerks. For the home team, the DePere Redbirds, entering tonight with a 17-1 overall record. They're 13-0 in the Fox River Classic Conference. The usual 5, Rowan Demovsky, Zach Kinziger, Connor Hutchins, Nathan Bonfit, and Price Gregory are the starting 5 under longtime head coach Brian Winchester, assisted by Brian Pritzker, Jeff Kinziger, Jake Ziegler, and John Gruenenberg. Packed field house here tonight at DePere High School like usual. DePere among the top teams in the state. Bayport trying to play upset tonight here on the road. Full student section.
Kale, I don't know if we got you hooked up there, if you're ready to roll. What did you hear during the starting lineups?
Well, Coach, the coaching staff, all 15 of them emphasized that they got to be ready for maybe some junk defenses. We've seen that from Bayport in the past. So playing under control, getting things set up offensively, and then being able to understand how they want to attack Bayport defensively.
There you go. Thanks, Kale.
Appreciate it, Kale, as DePere wins the opening tip in their home white uniforms, Bayport in their road blue. Third game in 4 days for the Birds as Kinziger. Good defense by Bayport. No whistle. Here come the Pirates.
Yeah, to your point, Greg, we'll see how much they got in the gas tank. I'm sure they're a little bit gassed after that big game Tuesday and traveling yesterday.
If you're late joining us, we talked to assistant coach Jeff Kinziger pregame. He said they got limited reps in practice on Wednesday. Some guys got less reps than usual, and some of the other guys got more than usual as well. So kind of a balancing act is what he said.
So far, so good. Some good pressure, and Bonfit took that one out of bounds.
Opening minute between the Birds and the Pirates. Bayport forcing an early turnover. And now DePere defensively. Who else but Rowan Demovsky, one of the team's leaders in steals.
We've called his name enough.
Came up clutch against that Schwabenon on Tuesday with a last-second bucket, and now a travel down in the paint. couple early turnovers for both teams.
One guy I know we want to keep a little bit of eye on is Connor Hutchins. He had a nice game against South. He had 12, 2 for 3 from threes. So hopefully that shooting stroke is coming back.
He had a couple threes against that Schwab, and now he was fouled down inside. And speaking of Hutchins, first foul.
First team foul.
Oh, and they call that one on the floor. Okay.
Bayport controlling the possession, their second of the game.
Like we saw against Green Bay Notre Dame, right? Really good ball pressure. That's going to limit the amount of opportunities they get inside just by not being able to see the post player. There you can see a turnover.
Bad pass, and Kinziger gives Bayport a taste of their own medicine after his turnover early. Jack wants a three, and no. Hit every part of the rim, it felt like, and he missed. Pirates looking for a quick answer, but another errant pass.
Yeah, again, just making that that post entry a little more difficult, and there's another turnover.
Bayport with a couple of the big fellas down low. Kelly cannot connect with Cornett as Kinziger misses again. Bonfit with the, they're going to call jump ball, actually. I thought Bonfit had the rebound there, but a jump ball, and the arrow points in favor of the Pirates. No score, 2.5 minutes in, early stages here at Pere High School. Pirates coming off a key win, 78-72 against Sheboygan North. Pere also coming off a win just last night, 87-34 against Manitowoc, and there's our first points of the game. It's Sawyer Durkee, and he hits from distance.
Sawyer averaging a little over 10 a game, 34% from three, knocks one down.
If there's one knock on Bayport, it's their three-point shooting. Still not bad, but a team that shoots very well overall. Decent at the three-point line. Zach Kinziger answers for the first points of the game for the Redbirds. Down low, that shot blocked. It was Price Gregory with the block, but the Pirates retain possession. And now a travel on Cornett. A little bit of a sloppy start for both teams. Looking to get under control here. Floater by Gregory, it's good.
Good action by Price, right? Normally you would settle for that three. That time, one or two dribbles into the lane for a much better look.
Now Cornett short on the mid-range. Both these teams are loaded with upperclassmen. The entire Bayport roster consists of either juniors or seniors. In fact, yeah, all of them are juniors or seniors. 7 juniors, 7 seniors.
Yeah.
And then you look at the Pere, and 15 of the 16 are either juniors or seniors.
Robin Hurles checking in for your Redbirds. Stevens.
A couple subs for each team. Hutchins and Bonfit to the bench for De Pere. And for the Pirates, Durkee takes a seat as well as Cornett.
Nice high-low.
Oh, layup missed somehow, and Gregory corrals the rebound. Now he's going to try a long three. Rattles off the rim, no good. Over 5 minutes in, just 7 combined points between the Pirates and the Redbirds. Nice screen set and 3 short. Gregory again with the rebound.
So far, they're doing a good job of keeping Kelly off the glass.
Pass nearly stolen. That shot blocked. Matt Stevens, who just checked into the game with the block, but again to Pere. Still has the ball. Now Kinziger drives. And a foul on the floor. And it'll be the first foul on Mikey Jones.
Looks like he might have taken that one right in the face. Zach won't complain a whole lot. He'll just get right back after it. Oh.
And he wasn't even looking as Roland Domovsky tried to find him.
Kind of looking at each other. Okay, a little hand slap there. We're good to go.
Bayport has shown they can play well on the road this season. They started 3-0 on the road, but they've dropped 4 of the last 5 on the road. As Cornett scores, that's his first points of the game, and Bayport retakes the lead.
Yeah, he got to his spot pretty easily there, right on the big low block, and pretty easy conversion for him.
Gregory trying another 3. Rolls all the way around, no good. And the rebound to Kelly.
Kelly's probably got about 4 or 5 rebounds already.
One of the bigger guys on the team at 6'7" as he loses the ball. Fast break opportunity for the Birds. And they finish it. Isaac Herlash scores.
Nice control by the junior.
And now right down the floor, it's Herlash with the rebound. Cross-court pass to Kinziger, who misses the corner 3, rebound to Kelly.
In and out, good look.
Nathan Bonfit set to check in for Pere at the next whistle. I believe that's also Hutchins sitting there with him. Baseline drive, kick out, and the 3 is short. Gregory with the rebound. Gregory drives on Stevens, floats it, no good. Rebound tipped to him. And now a bad pass stolen away. Layup, no good. Wow. What is happening, Mark? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's you can tell, right? A couple of teams that just played the other night, so.
Mikey Jones with an easy missed layup, and we'll read off some sponsors here. Green Bay Family Dentistry, Nicolay Bank, Bellman's Electric, Greystone Ale House, Harmon Studios, Chicago Street Pub, Aqua's Floor Covering Center, Gallagher's Pizza, and Exhaust Pros, all sponsors of the Pere Basketball. Thank you for your support. 30-second timeout charge to the Pere, so they have 4 left. Bayport still with all 5. Mark, what do we think here? Early stages for 7.5 minutes in, and it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, you know, and I'm sure both teams are probably a little bit tired. They've had a big work week so far, right? So some tired legs. You can just see some of the shots maybe don't have quite as much routine and lift to it. You know, missed layup, a couple of easy, opportunities even for Pere that they normally knock down. Just not in the flow. So certainly hoping to see both teams play a little better here the last half of the first half.
A little bit of a sloppy start. Coach Winchester emphasized to the guys he wants them to continue to play with pace, but they're doing a really good job on the defensive rebounds. And looking to keep that up, but just be a little bit more patient. Find your spots, keep looking to attack, but stay patient on offense. Settle for a couple of early shots.
Cale Coleman, thanks for your report. He's down on the sidelines as Kinziger lost the ball, so Bayport trying to score some more points off another Pere turnover. Kinziger denies the entry pass. First layup and a foul down low.
Good slip by Binns. Good feed by Cornet, finding slashing junior as he went to the rim.
And the first free throw
Back into the Redbirds.
at the line for Roman Binns is good. Binns this year now 7 of 7 at the free throw line. As he makes both there, and Bayport again takes the lead. Then like a seesaw back and forth. Bayport had a 3-0 lead early. Ron Demovsky checks back in for Pere, Kinziger, and is that Herlash? Yes.
Yes. Yep, just a little off here early. See if they can get Hutch going.
Swinging around as Gregory has it at the top of the key.
Oh.
Now Krieger, and a foul or a jump ball? Jump ball.
Not entirely sure on that call, but
if you're a Bayport fan, you were cheering. If you were a Pere, you were booing. We just saw the crowds either voice their displeasure or their joy. Demovsky's pass knocked around, and Hutchins can't corral it. Another turnover.
Yeah.
What an unusual start for both of these teams.
Yeah, very, very uncharacteristic of Pere to be, this disconnected on offense. Luckily, defense is rising to the challenge. They're certainly at almost a draw. Bayport 7-6.
Just for the record, Pere only turns it over about 6 times per game. Bayport 10. These teams are pretty good at taking care of the ball. And out there's Jinx there as Hutchins comes up with the steal, floats it into Pere, right back to front, 8-7.
Hutchins doing a little work inside. He's normally, proficient from beyond the arc, but we'll take that.
Now some bodies get tangled.
Coach Reichel certainly looking for a forearm there. And
Binns was driving in and ran into his own man. And Pere gets a foul. It's Connor Hutchins' second foul. And Zach Kinziger, I believe, is going to check in for him here. That is no. Oh wait, let's see. Yes, Hutchins is going to the bench.
He gave him that foul. He's got 2. Really just kind of a play on there, right? I mean, they're kind of rolling around on the ground for it. I don't know.
Jones had Stevens open down low, but missed him.
Man, I don't know if that ball is oblong or what's going on, but people are having a hard time catching that thing. Jeez.
7:40 to go, first half, 8-7. Pere on top of Bayport, and a travel by Cornet.
It's really been a difficult game to watch. I mean, a lot of just unbalanced play. People just not coordinating dribbles, things like that. It's really, both teams are out of sync.
Kinziger on the block. Turns around, can't get it to go. And the rebound to Kelly. For anybody who hasn't really watched either of these teams, this is not what you typically see at all.
Yeah, Bayport, they average about 68. Pere's right at 74, so well under that pace so far.
Drive by Binns off the glass. 4 points for Roman Binns. I am not related to him. It's spelled differently on the last name. Another bad pass to Mofsey. Cornett takes it coast to coast. And Bayport is up 11-8, tying the largest lead of the game.
Yeah, just some sloppy play here for DePere.
Let's see who that was off last. You know Coach Nate Rickle, he's all over that.
For sure.
He wants that to be Bayport ball, but it'll stay with DePere. Luke Rieger goes to the bench for the Redbirds. Isaac Herlash checks back into the game.
It has been a bit of a sloppy game, and anybody who watched on Tuesday, this is kind of how the Schwabenheim game started as well. Coach Winchester keeps tapping into the bench, trying to find that spark, who can lift the Redbirds and take them out of this deficit.
Cale Coleman, thanks for your report. Kinzinger launches a three, and it gets lodged between the backboard and the hoop.
Yeah, and I think for Brian, right, it's just, let's find the right combination. We'll work through this stuff. We'll get in sync. Luckily, Bayport, they haven't taken advantage of that here early.
I guess that was a pass inside off the front of the rim, and here come the Redbirds. Kick out to Gregory. And no good. Rebound goes to the Pirates. Binns down there again. Reverse layup, good. Sawyer getting a little fancy. He's up to 5 points. Binns and Cornett each have 4 for the Pirates.
Yeah, good work by Sawyer. Kind of really patient on that and then finding that angle to slip back underneath.
Here, looking for anything right now. And Kinzinger draws the foul on Mikey Jones. That's his second. Hutchins has 2 fouls for DePere. Jones has 2 for the Pirates. And a couple of subs coming for Bayport. Jones will stay on the floor.
We've seen some pretty balanced scoring from DePere over the years, but when was the last time you remember 13 minutes into a game, the leading scorer had 2?
Great point by Cale as Roan called the timeout on the baseline. And it'll be another 30-second timeout. Gives us a chance to hear from our sponsor.
30-second timeout.
Then it's time for the best pizza in Wisconsin. Get Gallagher's Pizza dine-in, delivery, and all-you-can-eat lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations. And don't forget to feed the office with our corporate orders. Gallagher's Pizza, the best pizza in Wisconsin.
Greg Bentz alongside Mark Mino, and the third of our broadcast crew, Cale Coleman, down on the sidelines. Cale, what do you have?
Now, Coach Winchester just trying to calm the folks down, right? Hey, we're going to be fine. We got to get some easier buckets. And right now, it comes down to execution. They're struggling on the baseline out of bounds. They're struggling getting the ball up the floor. And he's just saying, hey, we're going to be fine, but we got to take care of the basketball.
Thanks, Cale. Good defense by Hendricks. Bayport bench loves it. A long three is good by Price Gregory. Boy, is that badly needed for the Redbirds.
Maybe that takes the lid off the hoop for the Birds.
Two-point advantage for the road team Pirates. And a three right back. Caden Hendricks. His first points of the game. Bayport was right back up by 5.
Good look for Caden. Nice rhythm 3.
And we're going to foul down near the free throw line, and it's going to be on Bayport. It'll be Hendricks with his first foul.
Hendricks, his first, team's third.
Just over 4 minutes left in the first half. Oh, man.
Look pretty clean from this angle, unless they got a little bit with the body.
Matt Stevens, his first.
Matt Stevens thought he had a block. Instead, he's charged with his first foul. Bayport with 4 team fouls, De Pere with 3. De Pere has 3 timeouts left after that 30-second timeout a few minutes ago. As Kinzinger is at the line and sinks the first. He is an 85.3% free throw shooter. 83 of 97 on the year. After knocking down those 2, he's up to 4 points. Quiet night so far for Zach. Shot tossed up. Redbirds can tie with a 3. Oh, drives in and gets it to go.
Good challenge by Rowan, going right after the big guy.
Rowan among the team leaders in field goal attempts, free throw attempts, rebounds, and assists. He's been doing it all this year for De Pere as the Birds commit a foul.
Redbird foul number 24, Nathan Bond.
Yeah, Nathan's got his hands full with Kelly. He's a very agile big. Looks like he's also got a pretty strong shoe game going. I don't know if those are pink Pumas or what those are, but.
And now active defense by Isaac Herlash.
Yep.
He's going to get wrapped up. And Hunter Gary.
Good way of putting that too, right? Even on both sides, trying to get the ball.
Kinzinger. 3, and the Birds take the lead. 7 unanswered for De Pere.
Said this once, we've said it 30 times. Don't get him going. All he needs to see is that ball go through once.
Now, lost ball. Zach looking to go coast to coast, and he does. He's up to 9 points. Boy, I just said not too long ago he was having a quiet night. Not anymore. Bayport is going to call a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Luxury vinyl floors are waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof, so they can stand up to real-life conditions. You'll find the largest selection at Mako's. Do it yourself or trust our guaranteed installation. Mako's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Home team up by 4 with 2:35 to go before halftime. Greg Vance alongside Mark Mino and Cale Coleman. They'll have an interview going into halftime with one of the coaches. Cale, anything good out of that timeout?
No, just a lot of reinforcement from Coach Winchester. Likes the last minute and a half, the way his team's playing, the energy. They're starting to match the physicality. You know, Bayport came out and kind of started pushing the Redbirds around, and that he's certainly happy with how the team's responded here late in this first half.
All right, thanks, Cale. Bayport brings it across the timeline, down 4. Boy, in the blink of an eye, they went from up 5 to down 4. And now a pull-up jumper is short from Stevens.
Price caught a break there. He got taken out on the first one, then kind of overran that closeout. Led to a nice open jump shot, just couldn't convert.
Kinzinger wants to take over the game, a little long on the 3.
Proverbial heat check there.
No foul, and Kelly gets the reverse layup.
Bayport basket, Mondees, Kelly.
That's his first points of the game.
Yeah, he's had a couple of good looks too.
Check it. It's actually 4 points now for Kelly, and foul on the other end.
No, he motioned offensive foul.
His first.
He had his right hand behind his head, so I don't know if he just, I don't know, maybe that's what he calls a block on the defense, but.
And now a foul on Kelly. Gregory will go to the line for a couple free throws.
Bayport foul number 12, Mondees, Kelly, his first. Team's 7.
Gregory, 74%.
Gregory, shooting
at the
2.
charity stripe this year. It's actually 1-1. Bayport in the bonus. I think it's 1-1. A couple of subs come in for the Redbirds.
Replacing Bonfit.
Price had
Bonfit and Herlesh, go ahead, Mark.
Nope, see, Price had a nice game last night. He had 18, 4 for 9 from threes. So, yeah, he's certainly improved his scoring output here in the last 7-8 games.
Knocks down both free throws to Pere, up by 4. Final 70 seconds of the first half. Close game here at Pere High School. No team is led by more than 5. And now a foul, Jack Booker. His first, Pere's 5th as a team.
Little nickel dimer on Jack. Looks like Winchester trying to lobby that point as well.
What do you want to see from both teams before the end of the half here?
Well, you know, Bayport may hang on to it, but I mean, they need to get the ball inside. I mean, they're having a real difficult time getting anything good from the perimeter. There you can see a good challenge. And for Pere right now, let's just see if we can get a good rhythm on offense here. We don't need to force anything, right? 30 seconds here, so let's just see if we can get something good. If you get that shot in the next 10 seconds, that's fine.
Talking about the bigger guys on Bayport earlier, Mondes Kelly 4 points, Maddox Cornett 4 points. So you're holding the big men of Bayport to a pretty good standard here in the first half, as looks like the Pere will hold for a last shot.
Look for another high ball screen.
Your drive.
That's a terrible. That is a terrible call. Absolutely terrible.
Kinzier's first foul.
Yeah, I would say barely grazed his left shoulder.
Last chance for the Pirates. And a long 3 is close to going in for Keaton Hendricks. But that's how the first half will end. Pere winning 22-18 as we go down on the floor to Cale Coleman.
Let's see if I can grab Coach. Nope, he's heading into the locker room. Not going to be able to get a halftime interview here on this one. But an exciting physical first half of high school basketball here in Rod Kowalczyk Court.
Yep, and we'll see if we can get maybe Kinziger coming out here as we start the second half.
We'll step aside. Pere up by 4 at the break. You're watching Pere basketball.
Carter Bushmaker, Kelvin Schmidt, and Kinley Schmidt. Come on out, you are tonight's shooters. The Greystone House halftime shooting challenge.
There's never been a better time to experience Pella in person and get all your questions answered. Join us at the NARI Spring Home Improvement Show, February 14th through the 16th at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Book your in-home consultation at the show and receive a complimentary DesignWorks consultation and Pella Care inspection. Rest easy with Pella's 10-year limited warranty and get 0% interest for up to 72 months. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Over there. 3 shots from there.
Luxury vinyl floors are waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof, so they can stand up to real-life conditions. You'll find the largest selection at Mako's. Do it yourself or trust our guaranteed installation. Mako's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Hey, let's give her a huge round of applause.
Then it's time for the best pizza in Wisconsin. Get Gallagher's Pizza dine-in, delivery, and all-you-can-eat lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations. And don't forget to feed the office with our corporate orders. Gallagher's Pizza, the best pizza in Wisconsin.
Cale Coleman here with Jeff Bizek, athletic director here at D. Pere High School. Jeff, give us an update on Redbird athletics.
Well, I think we're having a great winter. The girls and the boys are both first place in the FRCC, as everybody knows. But last night we had a super wrestling match. We won 40-34 against Pulaski. Everybody knows what kind of wrestling program that they have. So great win for us last night. Both the hockey teams are doing well. The Ice Bears and girls hockey teams, I think they're #1 team in the state. They're going to get the win this weekend.
And so a lot of positivity around winter sports. We're heading into the spring. We're not that far. We got a big snowstorm coming tomorrow, but spring will be here before we know it. Give us a little preview on the spring sports.
Well, we're going to be defending state champions going to the baseball season, so there's going to be a lot of people that'll be shooting for us, just like they do with basketball. So I'm excited to see how the kids react. They've lost a lot of seniors, but I think they got a pretty proud and deep tradition, and they'll do well. We got a new soccer coach, Mike Picard. He's been really exciting, very impressed with how much work he's put in so far this year, and I think the girls soccer team's looking at a nice season as well, and really, I could go on about every one of the other sports too, but I think they all have pretty high expectations.
Great. Now the girls regional for basketball, really tough this year. What are we thinking? We're trying to host a game or two here at De Pere High School.
Are you baiting me into a question here, Cale?
No, I was just curious on your thoughts on the girls regional. They're having a fantastic season. So for those that tune into a lot of boys games, I think they should definitely check out the girls. And just curious your thoughts on the challenges we had. I mean, it's February. It's crazy that we're already here, right? There's nothing better than Friday nights in February, but they got a tall task ahead.
Right. Well, the only thing better than Friday nights in February are Friday nights in March, right? So, they're undefeated in the conference right now. I think they're ranked number 9 in the state. The girls are. Great chance to be conference champions. But we have 7 of the top 10 teams in our sectional this year. So, it's just incredible about where we might end up seeding-wise. So we'll see how that goes. But, like they say, got to play the games. No matter who it is that they tell you to play, we're going to play them. And I think already they've outperformed expectations for the season. And I think they're going to have a lot of confidence going into the tournament.
Always exciting here at De Pere High School during basketball season. Jeff, thank you for your time.
Halftime here at Pere High School. Redbirds and Mark Pino, along with the third member of our broadcast crew, Kel Bowman, is on the sidelines. 22-18. Here leads at the half over Bayport. Running through some of the scoring in the first half. Rowan Demonster with 2 points. Zach Kinzinger with 9 points. Connor Hutchins with 2. Isaac Gerlash with 2. And Bryce Greger with 7 for the home team Redbirds. For Bayport, Sawyer Durkee with 5. Roman Bibbs with 3. Montes Kelly with 4. Caden Hendricks with 3. And Maddox Cornett with 4. For the Pirates, Bayport trying to get back above 500 and make it a couple wins in a row. Trying to upset the Birds tonight. And trying to see if Cale Coleman has a coach on the sidelines. I don't see him. So that will be a no. Mark, thoughts on the first half? Man, that was really sloppy. We kind of thought it would improve if both teams would get into a flow. Turned out to not be the case. So how do you want to see these teams come up in the second half? What adjustments do you want them to make?
Well, I mean, really for both teams, right? It's just more, it's taking care of the ball in the half court, right? Both teams were equally sloppy, passes, a lot of stuff that was really anticipated quite easily by the defense. For Bayport, I think they still have to stick with it, right? You got to pound that ball inside. Easier said than done, as the Pier's done a really good job of digging down on those posts and making those passing angles that much harder to find kids. So, and actually, we've got special guest appearances. We've got the elder Kinzinger with us here. Cale, take us away.
Yeah, we couldn't get Coach Kinzinger, so we got the next best thing. We're here with Jake. Jake, what did you see in the first half out of the Redbirds?
Yeah, I thought defensively they did a really solid job. Undersized, obviously, playing well, interior, rebounding well. Offensively, obviously not hitting shots where they normally do hit. Just got to keep moving the ball and find good looks, and they'll start falling.
Yeah, I mean, 13 minutes into the game, only 8 points, and then they kind of responded. What do you think the message was from the coaches? You know, you played in this program not that long ago. How do they get the motivation? They got some good production there late in the first half.
Yeah, attack the paint, absolutely. Definitely setting a little bit right now for those outside looks, which they normally hit. Unfortunately, not going down tonight. Got to create offense from inside.
All right, give us the 2 keys to the second half.
Get inside and keep rebounding.
All right, thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Cale. That was Jake Kinzinger, brother of Johnny, who's at Illinois State, and obviously Zach, who's in his senior year here at Pere High School, committed to the Wisconsin Badgers starting next year. All right, second half about to get underway. See if either of these teams can find a little bit more offense in the first half, or than what they had in the first half.
Yeah, I think that was a good summary by Jake, right? They settling, Pere especially settling for long perimeter shots. You give them a couple ball reversals, a couple of curl cuts, things will start breaking down. They'll get some stuff inside.
Here opens it up. Kinzinger slips and travels. If you're joining us late, maybe you saw the JV game a little bit earlier. The Redbirds won the JV 1 game, 81-72. That was a pretty good game until the very end. Pere pulled away. Here in the varsity game, it's a 4-point game, 30 seconds into the second half. Ball stripped and stolen by Rondomovsky. He's going to give it up to Gregory, who lost the ball. Took his eyes off of it before he corralled it, and here come the Pirates.
There's that double.
Kelly has to pass it
Good
out.
Good rotation.
Gregory there for the steal. Kind of a spitting image of how the first half began. A couple turnovers by each team. And now another turnover. Long 3, rattles in for Caden Hendricks. Doubles his points from 3 to 6.
Yeah, he averages just a shade under 7, so almost near that total.
Now Kinzinger trying to answer, no. Halfway down and up.
Yep.
Too easy for Kelly on the way.
Nice slip by Kelly.
Bayport comes out of the locker room with 5 unanswered and takes a 1-point lead. Gregory, 4-3, no short.
Now, legs are just a little tired on some of those opportunities.
Nice crowd from Bayport, traveling from the Howard Swamico area. A 20-minute drive. Kelly with the jam.
Nice spin move, little overplay on top, and boy, the C's parted. He took advantage of it.
Boy, all the momentum in Bayport's favor right now. Bonfit for 3, gets the Birds on the board here in the second half, and we are tied.
That is a big confidence builder for him. He was really cold against that Schwabadon, so certainly nice to see him knock down a triple.
Not necessarily known for his three-point shooting, it's just his 15th attempt on the year, and Bayport answers right back to Cornett on the turnaround jumper. Boy, that dunk by Mondes Kelly, that's Sports Center top 10 worthy, I think.
He's a big kid, too.
Gregory inside, yes.
Nice step through by Price. Wasn't exactly sure what he had planned when he first went in there, especially one dribble. He was going to have to stretch it out, and he certainly did. You know, even watching the passing angles, right? Everything's to the inside, not to the outside.
Bayport basket, Maddox, Cornett.
Kinziger, triple team, lost the ball, and Cornett comes up with it. Now Hutchins defensively knocks it away, but Bayport retains possession. Sub for here, it'll be Sam Robb, I believe, coming in forward here.
Thomas and Stevens now in for Bayport.
All right, well, they got Kelly out of the game here. Maybe he can make a little run. Get rid of some of that Bayport size. Nope. Yep, good no call.
No foul as the ball got lost by Jones.
I don't know if Hutch maybe got his hands on that one a little bit. Coach Reichel thinking otherwise.
Kinziger wants to score, gets to the corner. Going right around the corner, too strong off the glass.
Tough angle. I think Rowan kind of turned that corner, and then he got a little too deep on the baseline. There you can see some of that curl action starting. A couple of reversals. You see some cutters open.
Got a shoot and tie on Caden Hendricks. As the stoppage in play. Hutchins goes to the bench. And Isaac Herlash comes in.
Down here on the sideline, it's becoming very evident. Bayport's really trying to come out and be as physical as they were to start the game. And you talked about it earlier about the scoring and the pace that these teams score at, but I think Bayport knows they can't compete if this game gets into the 70s. They got to keep it right around that 50-point range, and you can just tell they're playing very physical but very deliberate, especially on defense.
That's a good point, Cale. Appreciate it.
Number foul, number 33, Price Gregory, his first.
Price Gregory commits his first foul. It's the first foul of the entire half.
Shooting 2.
Each team had a pretty clean half. As Cornett goes to the line short on the first. Cornett not the strongest at the free throw line. Just over 55%. He goes 1 of 2 there. "12 minutes to go in regulation." On upset watch right now as Cornett picks off the pass.
Yeah, he kind of dialed that one up. Cornett really pretty easy steal.
That was a step back 3 short. Herlash with the rebound. Corner 3 for Gregory. And we are tied again.
Boy, I wasn't exactly sure. I don't know if Herlash knew exactly what he was going to be doing with it, but he definitely found the open shooter.
Double team inside.
Yep.
And off fall.
Number 12, Sam Robb, his first.
Hutchins comes in for Domofsky. A couple of subs come in for Bayport. Again, they go a little bit smaller. Cornett takes a seat.
Kelly, now in for Bayport.
Kelly's back in the game though. Bonfit comes in for the Redbirds. And now Kinziger, like Jair Alexander, picks it off and scores. Pere with 5 unanswered, and they take the lead.
Yeah, pretty easy look for Zach. Just time that simple inbound at the top of the key. And what do they call that? The high pointing of the ball?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go.
No foul. Kinziger with the rebound. Pere has numbers. Gregory. And that is an offensive foul. And Coach Winchester is absolutely infuriated. Hands on hips. He cannot believe that call.
Yeah, it was really a slide under. I don't know.
Rubber foul number 33, Bryce Gregory, his second, team's third.
Little walk and talk with the official right now.
Yeah, getting his point in, certainly for half the court.
Now, lost ball. Kelly can't corral it. I don't know if they dipped the thing in water before or what.
It is just, I mean, switch the balls out, do something. I mean, man, it is, some of it's just, yeah, tough to watch. Not one of your more crisply played games for sure.
A foul away from the ball, down in the block. Noah Thomas with his first foul. First foul for the Pirates in this half. Kinziger in the corner for 3. Yes!
3-point basket, Zach Kinziger.
Simple little handoff, right? Throw it into Price, slip around his screen, and knocked it down.
And a quick whistle here. Isaac Herlash
Rubber foul number 22,
called for his third foul.
Domofsky returning for the Redbirds, replacing Herlash.
Good minutes by Isaac.
You know, one of the things in a game like this that's so physical is this point in the game. I think Pere just hits that 3. We'll see what kind of momentum. Can Bayport respond here? You know, it takes a lot out of you to play this physical when you're used to getting up and down the floor and playing more in transition. This isn't necessarily Bayport style, but they know they need to be able to compete in this game. So I really think these next 2 minutes are going to be kind of dictate, does Bayport stick around or does Pere stretch this thing out?
10-10 on the clock, Hale. We'll check back at 8:10.
Now Coleman, the third part of our broadcast crew tonight. Greg Benton, Mark Mino alongside him here up at the Gallagher's Pizza broadcast booth. Kinziger drives, gets denied. Mikey Jones with the rejection. Bayport can cut it back to a one-score game. 9.5 to go here in the second half.
Good switch by Bonfit. Oh. Boy, I looked like Krieger. Yeah, might have had his hand on that one.
Home team gets the benefit of the doubt on that call. Krieger goes to the bench. Gregory comes back in. Stevens goes to the bench for Bayport. And Cornett checked back in. Long way to go. Gregory drives.
Oh, geez. For 1 second there, I thought he was getting in position to call an offensive foul. Brian might have come completely out of his shoes if that would have been the case.
First foul instead on Maddox Cornett.
Let's get those Serve Pro Mop kids in the...
It's youth night here at Pere High School.
So. A little more. There we go.
The third grader Roberts Sutherland in there getting the floor cleaned up and getting a round of applause from the band.
Kale getting that roster of third graders set. Thanks, Kale.
Gregory good on the first free throw. Pere up by 6, the largest lead of the game for either team.
Yeah.
Gregory with 13 points as he misses the second.
Boy, that 6-point lead almost seems like it feels like a 15-point lead, you know, just the way that this game's been played.
Thomas thought about the three. Kelly drives short, and we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Noah Thomas.
Boy, they got the look they wanted too. Kelly inside just could not. He kind of got wrapped up and sort of came up underneath the hoop to try that little reverse. Just could not get it to go.
Hutchins drives, gives up to Domovsky, who kisses it off the window.
Good finish by Rowan, just going right up into Kelly.
Well, Cale, it's been 2 minutes and Pere up by 8. Anything from the sidelines?
Yeah, you know, it's 3-0, but just like Jake talked about, the keys to that second half are going to be, can the Redbirds get the ball inside? And now that's 3 straight possessions. They've got the ball in the lane. They got points out of 2 and got to the line on one of them, and that's been the difference.
Thanks, Cale. Domovsky with a pump of the arm. The crowd is right back into it. Pere up by 10. Kelly with a floater, it's short.
You can see Pere's got just a little more spring in their step right now. Boy, they get a bucket here. He has to get a timeout.
4 timeouts left for the Pirates, 3 for Pere. Hutchins short on the layup. Bonfit with the rebound. Put the ball on the ground to avoid the travel.
I'll call that close.
Coach Rickle wants to travel. Kinziger drives, and we're going to have a foul on the floor.
It's hard for Coach Winchester to hide the smile on his face, knowing that he got away with one there.
Reenactment by Coach Rickle. On the opposite side, they can't see it on your screen.
Yep.
Kinziger floats it short, and he got the rebound.
Bonfit doing some good work on the glass. .6:45 left in the second half.
Redbirds trying to pull away.
Really had Bonfit wide open. Kelly came out to hedge hard.
Gregory, 4-3. No, Long and Kelly with the rebound.
Comes that double, a little dig.
Swinging around, 3 for Cornett is short.
He can stroke it. Good box out by Bonfit.
Cornett's taken the most threes for the Pirates this year. That was his 72nd attempt. Gregory for 3, that is short. And Pere kind of cooling off after that brief spurt.
Yeah, they've had a couple opportunities to open this thing up and just haven't converted.
You can see both teams are just gassed right now. Third game of the week for De Pere, and I think you can tell just not quite the legs that we normally see on some of those outside shots. And you can see it in the faces right now of the Bayport players. They are just exhausted. I kind of agree with you, Mark. I think if I'm Coach Rickle, I look at getting a timeout just to slow the momentum and get my kids a break.
Yep.
Kale Coleman on the sidelines. 10-point game, 5.5 to go, and another turnover by Bayport.
Oh.
And a turnover right back. Gregory with the bad pass. Hutchins open. Another turnover. And now Coach Winchester calls a timeout to get a break in the action. That was one turnover after the other.
Timeout.
30-second timeout. It's a full timeout. So let's take a break in here. A word from our sponsor.
Luxury vinyl floors are waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof, so they can stand up to real-life conditions. You'll find the largest selection at Mako's. Do it yourself or trust our guaranteed installation. Mako's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
All right, back here at De Pere High School, 5:18 to go in the second half. And let's hear a word from our sponsor, Green Bay Family Dentistry, Nicolay Bank, and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Thanks for your support of De Pere basketball. Greg Vince alongside Mark Mino. Here up by 10. This was a close game for a long time, but De Pere went on a quick run not that long ago. Rodemowski with a couple of defensive plays, had a couple layups as well. Largest lead of the game. Kale, anything good out of the timeout?
Coach is drawing up some action that he wants to get. He's emphasizing ball reversals and making this defense for the Pirates work. Like I said, I think everybody can sense there's a little fatigue coming. He's saying be patient, move it, get the ball going side to side. Look for maybe Zach getting a shot here.
I appreciate it, Kale. There is Zach on the block, puts up the shot, somehow goes through 2 guys, and it falls.
Tough finish right over Cornett.
16 points for Zach. He is 17 points away from becoming number 2 on the all-time scores list here at De Pere High School. That would surpass Brevin Pritzel, who played for the Badgers, and Zach is committed to Wisconsin. His brother Johnny is number 1. Bonfit, too strong on the layup. Here come the Pirates.
Got everything they wanted out of that transition, just could not get the easy layup.
Been a lot of that time. We saw that, especially in the first half in the beginning. 3 finally falls. It's Matt Stevens, and it's his first points of the game. So Bayport with a little life. 4:15 to go in the second half. Bonfit tried to find Kinziger in the corner. Bad pass, though. And 2 Pirates in the corner.
Bonfit has been big in the second half here on the offensive glass, keeping some possessions alive.
Turn around and short. Kinziger with the rebound. Well, if you're a fan of high school basketball or you just follow these teams in general, you're probably looking up at the scoreboard thinking, what? Is this real?
Yeah, it takes you back a few years, right? 42-33, man. You think this was the first half score, but
right.
You know, as Cale mentioned, we've talked about just both teams have some really, really dead legs, and they're struggling. I mean, just with everything, shot selection, execution, passing, cutting. It's a very, very slow developing game, really.
The swing offense teams of the past think this is a low-scoring game.
Team's sixth.
And now an offensive foul away from the ball.
Bayport foul number 11, Roman Bibbs, his second, team's fifth.
Foul's starting to pile up here in the second half. Mavsey, Gregory thought about the three. Swinging around for Zach.
Man. Still a little bit in doubt here. I know it's a 9-point lead, but.
And Cornett slices into the lead even more. It's a 6-point game and a timeout Bayport.
Hey, after Tuesday night's game, I don't know that any lead's safe.
Full timeout for Bayport. Yeah, to Cale's point, De Pere with a 12-point lead at Bayport. Almost blew it. They were up by 12. What's going to happen? We'll find out after this break. Let's hear a word from our sponsor.
There's never been a better time to experience Pella in person and get all your questions answered. Join us at the NARI Spring Home Improvement Show, February 14th through the 16th at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Book your in-home consultation at the show and receive a complimentary DesignWorks consultation and Pella Care inspection. Rest easy with Pella's 10-year limited warranty and get 0% interest for up to 72 months. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Then it's time for the best pizza in Wisconsin. Get Gallagher's Pizza dine-in, delivery, and all-you-can-eat lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations. And don't forget to feed the office with our corporate orders. Gallagher's Pizza, the best pizza in Wisconsin.
2:54 to go here in the second half. De Pere up 42-36, but Bayport making it a game. De Pere was just up by 12. And now the advantage is by a touchdown.
Message was simple: take care of the ball, match their physicality, finish at the rim.
That was Kel Coleman on the sidelines. Greg Benson, Mark Mino up here at the Gallagher's Pizza broadcast booth. And now a foul. We will have it on the sideline.
Yep. Both teams in the bonus from this point forward. I want to tell you, the sledding doesn't get any easier for De Pere after tonight. They host Pulaski, quick turnaround next Tuesday, a very good Pulaski team, and then a really improving Green Bay Preble team at their place next Friday.
Yeah, you look at the FRCC standings, there's some teams in the middle, like Bayport, that you really can't underestimate, even though, you know, Bayport's 9-9. You can't really take that and just run with it.
Sure.
Here taking their time as we approach 2 minutes to go in regulation. Bayport trying to foul.
Yeah.
And they're not getting anything, and now we get the whistle. I believe that's on Roman Bibbs. Sawyer Durkee. So as Mark mentioned, both teams in the bonus from here on out will be Isaac Herlash going to the line. Herlash, perfect 8 for 8 from the charity stripe so far. And that one no good.
Bayport goal number 23, Caden Hendricks, his third. Team's 8.
Looking at foul trouble for the Pirates. Mikey Jones with 2 fouls. Roman Binns with 2 fouls. Noah Thomas with 2 fouls. And Caden Hendricks just picked up his third. The Pere not too bad. Isaac Herlash with 3. And Connor Hutchins with 2. Otherwise, everybody else pretty safe.
Redbirds doing a little offense-defense. Bonfit in for Herlash. If you're following the girls, they are over at Bayport. They're up 10 with 2.5 to play.
Just saw Pulaski beat Ashwaubenon 85-71. Impressive win for the Red Raiders. Mark was talking about Pulaski. How about a raindrop from Preston Sharofsky? Actually, check that.
This
is a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. Pere will stay here.
It's time for the Chicago
Once
Street
again,
Club
Green Bay
Pizza
Family
timeout
Dentistry,
winner.
Nicolay Bank,
Randy
Pull Windows and
Christensen,
Doors of
Randy
Wisconsin,
Christensen. He's
Nolan's
getting
Electric,
the pizza
Greystone
tonight
Ale House,
from
Harmon Studios,
Chicago
Chicago Street Pub, Mako's Floor Covering Center, Gallagher's Pizza, and Exhaust Pros sponsoring Pere basketball. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Yes, and if there's any businesses that would be interested in forming a partnership with the Booster Club, certainly go to their website, Pure Basketball. I believe it's .org or .com. Anyway, just type into Pure Basketball. It'll get you there. Send an email to any of the board members, and they'll let you know what they have available. So certainly, great organization. You can see the great things that we're doing to give sponsors that recognition, and it's a great thing to get involved with.
Quick foul on Caden Hendricks, so that's his 4th. I haven't heard it announced yet. Do you know when the 5th quarter is tonight?
I can probably find that out for you, Mr. Binns here.
I probably won't go. It's just for the people to know. You know?
Bayport, February 7th, Gallagher's tonight.
All right.
And I am a fan of Gallagher's Monster Pizza, FYI. Gift certificates are accepted, so drop them off here at the gym anytime.
Kinziger with a rare miss at the free throw line. Bayport can tie. For the tie, short. Kelly just throws it way back, and it's an over and back on the Pirates.
Ooh, so yeah, probably it's one of those things, right? It's a controlled rebound. It didn't look like much, but it's something where he literally was able to coordinate, that pass back. Unfortunately, it just went to the back.
Yeah, Mark, you're right on. The officials just met under the basket and had that exact same discussion.
Yep.
Kel Coleman on the sidelines. Ron Domovsky with the inbounds pass. Minute 20 to go. Bayport down by 3. Domovsky trapped, and we're going to have a foul.
All right, Ron, let's knock a few down here, buddy.
Jones, his 4th, team's 10.
Mikey Jones with 4 fouls now. So he's got 4, and Caden Hendricks has 4 as well.
There you go.
Bonfit for the Redbirds. Cornette.
Trio of subs come in for Bayport. Kelly among them. Cornette comes in, as well as Roman Binns. Ron Domovsky clutch. He's 2 for 2 from the stripe. 8 points for him tonight.
Big confidence builder, especially after Tuesday where he really struggled on the line. Nice to see him knock down a couple of those.
Cross-court pass. 3 is long. Rebound to Price Gregory. And now Pere is going to try to ice the game.
Bayport foul number 11, Roman Binns, his 3rd.
Well, if you can say, breathe a sigh of relief, again, they got certainly one of the right guys there at the line.
Yeah, Mark, you make a good point. Yeah, because I thought that on Tuesday. I thought it was interesting. You watch the press break, and they've got Price inbounding the ball. But to your point, one of their better shooters And I like seeing him head to the free throw line here in these situations late in the game.
Yep.
Gregory long on the first free throw. It was a much different game earlier this season when De Pere traveled to Bayport and beat the Pirates 85-56.
Yeah, they ran away with that game in the second half. Big offensive rebound by Zach and stick back.
Might be the icing on the cake. 18 points for Kinzinger. 45 seconds to go. Long three is good. The game's not over as Caden Hendricks comes through from deep. And a timeout, I believe, by Bayport.
You could see as soon as that ball went in the air, Coach Winchester put his hand on his head in the surrender cobra position, just like, oh no. It feels like the Memphis Tigers when they lost in the national championship game to Kansas, and everybody all year talked about how bad their free throw shooting was.
Yep.
And then it never haunted them. And then in the national championship, right, Chalmers hits that shot and they end up losing.
Yeah.
That's what this team feels like. They've got a ton of talent, and it's like they can't finish down the stretch when they get to the free throw line.
Yeah, and really, right, to Kale's point, they're getting opportunities. I mean, you've got, guys going to the line. Obviously, Rowan hit a couple, but, you had Zach miss one. You had Price miss, and just opening up that door. But they just, again, they hit the triple here, down 4, gonna have to foul, and play that foul and hope game. So we'll see how it plays out.
41.9 seconds on the clock. Here's ball out of the timeout. Bayport has 1 timeout remaining. Here with 2.
And they, again, just, with how kind of ugly this game has been, I mean, De Pere's done just enough to kind of maintain that lead, but they've also done just enough to let Bayport just keep the window open a little bit for them.
Foul there on the baseline. No attempts. This is the 3rd foul.
Tell you what, it's fun to watch is Rowan Domovsky is way faster than he looks. He plays so quick and so explosive. You really can't appreciate it until you're right down here on the sidelines.
Yeah, Kale, I know we talked about that a little bit, Greg and I did, and with Rowan, just with his defensive presence and his overall foot quickness and speed, he just seems like he's more than a WEAC player. Like I think he could have an opportunity to have his scholarships in place. So again, Eau Claire is going to have a great player for the next 4 years. There we go.
Domovsky again knocking both down. He's reached double figures. Time winding down on the Pirates. They need a bucket. 3 in the corner is good. Timeout Bayport. Don't go anywhere. It's a 3-point game with less than 30 seconds to go. And let's see if this is a timeout. It's a full timeout. It's the only timeout they have left was a full. So let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Boy, we have had...
Then it's time for the best pizza in Wisconsin. Get Gallagher's Pizza dine-in, delivery, and all-you-can-eat lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations. And don't forget to feed the office with our corporate orders. Gallagher's Pizza, the best pizza in Wisconsin.
3 seconds, come on. Kale, we'll go to you right when we come back.
Let's go to him right now. Kale Coleman on the sidelines.
Yeah, coach drawing up. Hey, there's going to be pressure. How are we going to get the ball inbounded? And then what are we going to do on defensively? Look for them to maybe switch everything. They can't keep losing shooters late in the game. They know they're trying to get threes to keep themselves in this.
Kale Coleman on the sidelines. Greg Mintz, Mark Mino here in the Gallagher's Pizza broadcast booth at De Pere High School. 3-point game. Hope you got your popcorn. A good ending in store. Kinzinger races up the floor. De Pere has numbers if they want to score. Kinzinger's going to have a chance to add to the lead. And we're going to have a line change for Bayport. They have 4 guys set to check in.
Kinzinger in the double bonus.
And he's good on the first.
Gibbs, Kelly, Hendricks, Cornett, in for Bayport.
Caden Hendricks among the Pirates that just checked into the game. Hendricks made a three not that long ago. Cut the deficit. Kinger knocks down both free throws, but we're not done yet. 20 seconds left. Bayport trying to make it a one-score game. Hendricks drives, pulls up, short on the shot. It's an air ball. Good effort there by Binns trying to get the rebound or get it off Kinzinger, but Pere will have the ball.
Jones.
Looks like they're going to run the same out of bounds place. If you get Kinzinger on this curl. Well, this time he's going the other way indeed. Ooh. Okay. They did not have all 3 points, so he was good.
Bayport call number 3, Matt Stevens, this second.
A chance for
Kinzinger
to potentially ice this game. I said that earlier, and then Bayport climbed back into it. So
there you see
I guess we'll see.
The Pere students finally feeling confident with 10.8 to go.
Kinzinger now with 20 points. 21 actually. So he's within a dozen of becoming the second all-time leading scorer here at De Pere High School. Redbirds at home on Tuesday, so good chance he'll do it then, as he now has 22 points. Chucking up a three is Sawyer Durkee, and that's how this game ends. A close, gritty game, but the De Pere Redbirds remain undefeated in FRCC play. The 52-45 win here at De Pere High School.
Yeah, I mean, right, you need one of those games, just both teams just kind of, slogging through it, right? Just ugly, things are getting dirty, messy, but De Pere did just enough here tonight to persevere. They really did a good job defensively, I thought, in the second half, containing certainly inside game, but and they hit some big free throws down the stretch to pull away.
Boy, what a good game. A close but low scoring good game by the De Pere Redbirds.
Special thank you to our anchor sponsor.
52-45 is the final.
Hello, Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Our founding sponsors, Melman's Electric.
Try to see if we can get an interview with
Harmon Studios,
one of the assistant coaches here.
Marco's Ford Company Center, Gallagher's Pizza.
De Pere victorious here at home, where they stay undefeated, 8-0.
Join us tonight for the fifth
here
quarter.
at home now.
That's Chicago Street Pub.
And
Corrections at Greystone
Coach
tonight.
Jeff Kinzinger, and downstairs to Kale Wiesent.
Well, we didn't catch him at halftime. We had a great interview with Jake. So we've got the big man here. 52-45 win. Started off a little slow, but the boys got it together. How'd you think the game went?
I'd say it was more than started off slow. I would say it was slow the entire game. I thought it wasn't our best effort. Our defense was strong. We played solid defense. Offense, we just couldn't get in a rhythm. And credit to Bayport. They had a great game plan. They switched everything. They were physical with us. The refs weren't calling the fouls. So they played the game that they needed to play to have a chance to win this game. We were just fortunate enough to, have some guys step up and grind it out.
Yeah, I think as close to a rivalry as we probably have, De Pere Bayport, and you could tell they had a game plan. They came out and executed it. A little nervous down the stretch with the free throws after Tuesdays?
I'm nervous all the time, but hey, that's part of my job as the coach. I should be more calm and cool and collected. These guys, they figure it out. They're the senior heavy team. They're experienced. They get it done at the end of the day. We have a ton of faith in them. Sometimes games are like this. They're bumpy. Things don't go our way. We just got to keep grinding it.
Yep, got the win. Undefeated in conference play. Give us a little preview of next week.
Next week we got Pulaski on Tuesday. They're always tough. They've got a good game plan. We got some really good scorers. Colin Schultz is really scoring it well. And then Friday we got Prebble, who's a much improved team this year too. So right now the boys need some rest. It's been with Peter Schwab on Sheboygan South last night making the trip down there. You know, they need to have a couple of days off.
Yeah, and you could tell 3 games in a week is difficult, but man, this is the best time of the year, late in February, and we're happy to get out of here with a win. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Kill, with assistant coach Jeff Kinziger. De Pere makes it 14 wins in a row now, as they improved to 18-1 overall, 14-0 in conference play. Just mentioned a moment ago, they're 8-0 here at home. De Pere, as you heard from Coach Kinziger, coming up on Tuesday right here at De Pere High School against Pulaski, who got a big win on the road at Ashwaubenon tonight, 85-51. So Pulaski's now 8-6 in the conference. Meanwhile, for Bayport, they dropped to 9-10 and 7-7 in the Fox River Classic Conference. Coming up on Tuesday, they visit Prebble, who entered tonight 5-7 in conference play. Mark, final thoughts before we sign off.
Yeah, I think I think everybody kind of summed it up. It was just one of those games. We're tired. We did enough, right? We did enough to get the win. We made enough plays down the stretch. Free throw line came up big. Zach knocked down a couple. Rowan was solid from the line. And as Coach Kinziger said, the kids senior led. They just know how to win. They know how to get it done. So very happy for them, and certainly takes that next step right towards that 4th straight conference championship.
Yeah. You doing the game on Tuesday?
Yeah. Be up here for Pulaski. I'm not sure if your schedule allows, but you will. Okay, so we'll double team Pulaski, and then again, they play at Prebble on Friday. Host Manitowoc, who's been struggling a little bit, but they finish up with both Pewaukee, great non-conference game here at De Pere, and then they end the season at Notre Dame, which is going to be really, really, really big, obviously, for De Pere, right, from a tournament seeding standpoint. And certainly Notre Dame, has a little sour taste in their mouth on how they left things the last time they were here. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it'll be a great end of the season for sure, going into the tournament. Also, as Cale was saying that earlier. All right, that does it for us tonight. Again, the final score, De Pere winners over Bayport, 52-45. The final four, Cale Coleman, Melinda Cook, our engineer, and Mark Mino. I'm Greg Mintz, signing off saying so long and good night from De Pere High School. You've been watching De Pere basketball on YouTube.